once again to one of your favorite shows. I know it's one of my favorites, Facing Heels, starring the incredible, always the magic. We got to go with my brother from another mother, Julia Clayton. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Bear. I'm good. I'm excited for this one. One of my all-time favorites. Definitely can't wait to get it going on there.
Oh, yes, sir. And I am Professor Burr. And today we are going to talk about the game, Triple H. Man,
I'm ready to
woo.
drink some water and spit it up in the air here.
So, man, where will we start? Good Lord. Triple H has done tremendous, tremendous work. And of course, the question is he a better face or heel? So we're going to let you have the mic again first and tell us what you think about the game.
Heel. I mean, really though, it's like, uh, it's it's hard to it's hard to not say that. That's what he's best at. I mean, he's a cerebral assassin. He's a game, he's the king of kings. He's all of that. But he's all of that when he's a heel. When he's a face, what is he? Like, I mean, I guess I guess technically there were moments DX was face, if you will, but they were as much face as Samoa Joe was a face when we talked about in the first episode. So it's like, in my eyes, Triple H is a pure heel, through and through. Maybe this corporate Triple H nowadays, where he's trying to please everybody, give everyone what they want. Maybe that's a face Triple H now. They got through the authority phase. No more heel corporate Triple H. Now it's face corporate Triple H, and he wants everyone to love him. But it's heel for me all day. I mean, the leather jacket with the denim vest over it. The coming down the ramp with Stephanie on the back of his bike. Like, I mean, the sledgehammer shots. I mean, he's he's the game. He's the cerebral assassin. Like, he's a heel. He's trip. I can't even fathom Triple H like doing face work anymore at this point. It'd be so weird to see. It would be so weird to see. But that's just my opinion. What do you got? The way you looking, I feel like you're thinking face.
Well, man, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to rack my mind, thinking about all the different entities of Triple H.
Right.
And man, I go back to the Triple H before he was Triple H, terrorizing in WCW.
There you go.
I'm one of the few people probably that actually remember him. And I was hoping not necessarily that he stayed, but when he was there, him and William Regal were a team. And I was looking so forward to that because Regal always makes things better. Let's just be real. He is so underrated as a talent and a trainer and everything. So I was really looking forward to him and seeing what he could do with terrorizing. But then he
Fun
goes
fact,
to
real
the
quick.
yeah.
So Triple H is terrorizing on Underground Terra. That's what her name is inspired by, is Triple H.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, that is a fact that I did not know. So that is cool.
I was this close to adding something like after Terra, like Riser or something, but I was
Right.
like, no, that's too much. Like, but
So that is cool. So Triple H, you know that that you already motivate so many people around the world. This is one of our small praises to you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So when Triple H made it up to the WWF and he was the aristocrat and became Hunter Hearst Helmsley, I wanted to punch him in the face. And that was a good thing, because if you can get my emotions to drive me to dislike you, then you're doing something. And it's not that you were just corny or arrogant. I can see the work you were putting in. So fast forward to him in DX and everything, and being Shawn Michaels' second in command, sidekick, if you will. I was like, okay, I still want to punch him in the face, but now I want to punch him in the face for a different reason. And then, Lord and behold, Shawn's gone, and he became the man. And wow, I was like, wow, I didn't see this in you. I just thought you were going to be a background player. And it's like, wow, you know what? You're okay. Everybody says you're cool. And we can't argue with it, but you're cool on a different level for me now. So I don't necessarily want to punch you in the face as much as I did. I'm gaining more respect for you. And then the rise of the terror, Triple H. Oh my God, the reign.
The reign of terror.
Good God Almighty. And evolution with all that.
God, what a faction, bro. Oh my God.
I really, really, really wanted to punch you. I didn't just want to punch you in the face. I wanted to get in shape so I could kick your butt all over the place. But it made me have a giant respect for you, because as back then, and I used to tell anybody who was a wrestling fan that I talked to, if it wasn't for the internet, Triple H would have been the modern day Ric Flair. You could see it in his style of work, his cerebralness, the way he talked. He was just a champion. He carried himself as such. And even with the Stephanie thing and marrying the boss's daughter, he kept just a coolness about him that a lot of people can't match. Not just cool in the fact of, hey, I'm a cool wrestler. No, he was just, I don't even know how the word to put in it, but he was just.
You want to know how cool he was? He was so cool that he could pull off a handlebar mustache. Not a lot of people can do that. And I've been this close to thinking about trying it just because of Triple H, but then I look at myself in the mirror and I think about it, and I'm like, you're not anywhere near cool enough to even think about pulling that off. So just pump the brakes, all right? Like, not a lot of people can pull that one off.
Yes, very true, very true. And then I keep thinking, then the resurgence of DX, just Shawn and Triple H. And it's like,
I loved it.
Wow. And at that point, it was like, man, all the respect I've had for you kind of making me want to punch you back in the face again, because oh my God, I'm getting sick of this. I'm sick of the corniness. I'm sick of it. But I still had the level of respect. Every time he would, as I like to call it, boss up, he moves up, I gained that much more respect for his work. And with all that being said, you were right. There is no argument. There's only one Triple H, and that is heel Triple H. Yes.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Man, I tell you what, And what I love about Triple H is he's a wrestling purist. I
Yeah.
love that he knows wrestling history and does his best to keep tradition alive and to do things that will give the younger fans a sense of history that they didn't realize.
And that's what makes him so good at being in the position that he's in now as a behind the scenes person. I mean, everyone talks about it, everyone knows about it. The black and gold NXT era of Triple H is one of the best eras of wrestling ever. I mean, just from the in ring work to the promos and the building of stars and just the atmosphere of it all. Just everything about it was phenomenal. And I mean, now even what he's beginning to do on the main roster, you know, and what he's been trying to build and everything, it's just he has such a mind for not only the in the ring but just the business as a whole behind the scenes down to the smallest and finest detail of like coming into your entrances and knowing where to look and what to do and like the smallest little tweaks and just like just he has such a mind and eye for it all. Like he is so intelligent, it's crazy. And I mean, that's what makes him, you know, so good at being in where he's at now is he loves it.
Man, and if he think if he would have moved out the business when he had that heart issue and Vince would have
Yeah.
stayed where he was and he would have moved away. Do you not realize on how many people would have gave him a chance to continue the business his way? It's just amazing that what short 2 years ago, how people would have this. I would have conversations with people where they were like, "Man, I'm about done with wrestling. Man, this is just stale. They're just doing this same old." And that once Triple H got his foot in the door again and was able to show the turnaround, the big, it's just been amazing. And I'm super glad of the work he's doing, not just the in-ring product, but like you said, just it's a whole different feel now when you watch it versus 2 years ago. And you can tell his influence and how he makes the talent feel important again. I mean, wow. But again, there's no one that is more of a heel than Triple H.
I mean, it's really hard to beat it because he really is one of the greatest heels like to ever step foot in that ring, in my opinion. I mean, from his psychology work to just how he did things, you know, he was a heel through and through.
Yep. And I guess one of the big things about his heel work to me too, it wasn't a stale heel. You know, there are a lot of heels that can be stale, use the same formula over and over and over. Triple H would, depending on who he was wrestling and who he was going up against, he would change it up. And that just shows you his creative mind for the business. And I really enjoyed that about him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean his adaptability for sure was definitely out of this world. I mean, he could wrestle anybody and it'd be a great match, you know. It was it was wild. Like I mean, from the biggest guy in Great Khali to the smallest guy in Rey Mysterio, you know, and everyone in between. It's a great match. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Well, guys, thank you for joining us again. And of course, or should I say two thumbs down for the heel, Triple H. So thank you. And again, please, we read your comments. Give us some ideas. We're willing to do it. We're glad to talk about anybody. And again, subscribe, like, and comment. And thank you for joining us on Face versus Hill. We will check you out on the next episode.
I came from the UK. I can't and won't be stopped.
Come on, there you go. Get out there. Get out there. Get out!
And I will never give you a contract.
I tell you what, if you're gonna start off, you want to start off with one of the big guys. And to prove yourself, you want to knock them out.
This is the Wrestling Society Network.